am back. Hello. Hi. Hey, it's been so long since I've seen you all. I haven't seen you since last year, and that joke totally never gets old. Yeah, happy belated Christmas and New Year's, everyone. Um, I moved. I now live in an apartment all by myself, and now I can get back into streaming because that's something I haven't done in a very long time. I don't even remember when the last stream I did was. I think it was like September or October time. I actually don't know. But now that I have my own place, I can stream whenever the hell I want to. But I thought I'd keep this first stream back at like my usual start time just to. I was going to say keep things consistent, ignoring my wildly inconsistent schedule. But it just felt right to do the first stream at my usual start time. Um, but I think going forwards, like on some of my days off from work, I might do longer streams and sort of start them earlier. So do sort of like an early afternoon start and then finish them sort of sometime in the evening. I don't know. The schedule is still like a massive work in progress. I know what I want to play. I just don't know when I'm going to play it all. Plus, I still have games from last year that I've not finished yet, and I need to do that as well. But the point is that I live on my own now, and I have so much space to do what I want with, and I am so happy. But yeah, I have missed everyone so much, and I'm so glad that there are people here and you guys didn't forget that I existed. I was so nervous about returning to streaming because there's always that fear of when you go away for a bit that everyone's gonna move on to other funnier, more consistent people and then won't care when you come back. Which I know hasn't happened on any of the other times I've had to leave for either personal stuff or work stuff or being in a different country where Wi Fi just was non existent. But for some reason, I was so scared of coming back to streaming. Like, there were a couple of times while I was still living at my old place that I could have done like a one off stream, sort of like once every couple of weeks, but my brain wasn't in the right mindset to do that. And I didn't want to do like a NAF stream just for the sake of not having my channel die for several months. So I thought, now we'll just do the whole have a long break thing again, get my life sorted, do the move, do the Christmas, do the New Year, and then get back into streaming when I properly can, when my brain is refreshed to do so, and when I have the energy to do so as well. And because working in entertainment, being a performer, means that January is a very dry, empty, boring month for us. So while I do have a lot of personal projects on the go, like a lot of voice acting stuff, I've got a couple of other like content things that I want to work on. My actual day-to-day job is really quiet at the moment, so it's giving me a little bit more time to do streaming again. So this month I feel like the stream schedule is going to be very inconsistent, but hopefully going forwards I'll be able to figure out like certain days each week that I can reliably stream. But at the moment it's just going to be a case of I'll stream when I have the time and energy to on a day off. But there are going to be streams, and that's exciting, and I'm so happy that I can play games again because there are so many that I want to play, and there are so many that I need to finish, and there are so many like old games that I want to like show off to everyone. Like I started doing again last year, and it was really fun. But I will figure out the order of all those games that I want to play when I figure it out. And also, I have so many Fallout 4 challenge runs to do. And if anyone has a suggestion for a challenge run in Fallout 4, then like message me and stuff because I need new ideas for runs as well. Because I may or may not have lost the list that I had before of all the challenges that I was gonna do. Um, so I may need some new ones. I remember some of them. There's some that I know that I want to do, but I think I've forgotten a few of them. So please give me suggestions. Um, but I've rambled on enough about my life the past few months. Hi, chat. How are you? Tell me all the things that have happened since I last streamed, which was, I actually don't know. I want to see when my last stream was. Let me have a look. Um, my last stream was 4 months ago, which was Baldur's Gate 3, to no one's surprise, because I still need to finish that game. I'm like a million hours in, and I've still not finished my first bloody playthrough. So I will do that eventually. Um, Also, I know that the lighting is terrible right now. I feel like the audio quality is also terrible right now. Bearing in mind, I moved here like 3 weeks ago, and in most of that 3 week period was Christmas and New Year's. So I had a lot of family and personal things to deal with. So I have not had the time to figure out practical lighting and audio quality. Um, the audio quality I very much need to sort out because I have so many voice acting things I need to record. I have so many auditions I need to do. Like, I have 2 actual projects that need to be done. Um, and then I have several auditions for other projects that I'm interested in. So I need to get the audio sorted sooner rather than later. I don't know if I'm going to use this same setup for audio recordings as I will be for streaming. I haven't figured that out yet. Because I do have 2 microphones. So I might have a separate microphone with my second laptop tucked away in a better soundproofed corner, and then just deal with this stuff as and when, really. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are going on in my brain that I want to sort out that I haven't yet. But the point is, I have moved in, I am settled in, I have a working stream setup, and as of yesterday, I have broadband, so I can actually stream. Because the past 2 and a bit weeks that I've been living here for, I've been using Wi-Fi that I had to buy. I had to buy the Wi-Fi so that I wasn't cut off from the internet for 2.5 weeks because our society is too reliant on the internet and I feel like I can't exist without it. So I bought Wi-Fi, which was so expensive, but I was like, I need it. But it was not reliable enough to stream on it. It was so slow, and I kept disconnecting every, like, couple of hours, or every time, like, my phone or laptop went into standby mode, it just disconnected. So I was like, okay, we're not streaming with this. But I have the broadband to stream now, so yay. I also will read things in chat. I promise I've not forgotten you guys. There's just so many things that have happened, and I'm so excited to be back, and I've missed you all so much, and I literally, I felt like I forgot everything about streaming, which hasn't happened any of the other times that I've been away for. Like, I almost forgot to change the title and the category to just chatting. I almost forgot how to go live, which was the most embarrassing thing. I didn't know what I wanted to say or do this stream. I was debating, do I want to play a game tonight, or should I just have my first stream back as being like a casual just chatting one? I think the just chatting works because there's so much catching up to do. I have so many ideas of content that I want to just like word vomit out there. And I just think it'll be nice and chill because I'm not going to stream for super long tonight because I do actually have some work things that I want to get done. But I thought I can take like a 2-3 hour break to do a a short just chatting stream just to actually put something on the channel again and to see all of you lovely guys. But I think the first gaming streams I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the ground running with trying to get BG3 finished. I don't know if I want to go back to Skyrim while I'm streaming BG3, or if I want to have like BG3, Fallout 4, and another game. And then once BG3 is finished, replace that slot with Skyrim, because I feel like having too many RPGs or like fantasy games at the same time might be a bit overwhelming. And also, gonna be honest, I don't remember anything about Skyrim. I feel bad that I abandoned that game, but I wanted to play BG3, and having both at the same time was too confusing for me. But I will finish Skyrim eventually as well. It is now technically 4 years in the making, but I will finish that game. It will happen. I feel so bad, but then, this is the ADHD part of me kicking in right now. I'm so sorry. I'm going to interrupt all my stories so many times. And I promise I will read things in chat. I'm like mentally reading them. I'm just not responding to them. But just know that I am seeing your messages and I'll go back and respond to them as and when. But ADHD is like, blah, so many things I must say right now. But I saw on YouTube the other day, someone else had started their first Skyrim run in 2025, and I felt so vindicated. I was like, okay, I'm not the only one that's late to Skyrim, and it made me so happy. So I will get back to Skyrim, and I will finish it eventually, god damn it. But I just wanted to say that because it feels weird like going back to it after having not finished it, and I'm like, oh, people be like, oh my god, it's a 14-year-old game, you played it, yeah, and you're a Bethesda person, meh, 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 meh. Yes, I know I'm a Bethesda person, but Fallout is my thing, okay? But I will get Skyrim done as well, god damn it. But I will do that eventually. Let me read chat before I forget. I feel so bad. You guys know what I'm like. I'm just so excited to be back, and there's so many things that I want to talk about and say and stuff, and I got excited. But I have been reading chat. Hello chat, hi. I see all the hellos, and the Happy New Year's to Jovi and Brian and Warpath and Destroyer and Kai and X-Raider and Seabold and Dan. Hi guys, hey. See, I saw you all. Let me actually read things properly. We don't need no stinking schedule. I want to have a schedule again so that I can feel more reliable and so that people know when to actually watch my content. Because I liked having a format that kind of felt like a TV channel in a way, where it's like you can expect a certain game at a certain time slot each week. So I liked having that, and I kind of want to get back to that. It's just I need to figure out when my consistent days off are to then allow that to happen. I think at the moment, my consistent days off are probably going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. That may change a little bit. As I said, January is a very dry month for the entertainment industry. So this month it might be a little bit different, but it's most likely going to be Monday, Wednesday, Sunday that I'll stream. I might do some longer streams on some of those days, as I said. But I guess it kind of depends on what games I'm playing and sort of how I feel on those days as well, because I have other things that I want to do as well, like go to the gym, do some voiceover stuff, do some other freelance work, maybe go be sociable and talk to other human beings. I don't know, that one's not as important. But there'll be other things that I'll be doing on those days off as well. But some of those streams might be longer streams. As I said, they might be like all-day streams. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I do want to try and get a schedule going again. Never finished Arcade Machine Pong. I played that really obscure Pong story mode game. And I did finish that on stream. That was a very weird game. And I don't even remember why I played it. I think it was like I was browsing the PSN store, and then I saw it, got fascinated by it, and then chat told me to buy it. I think that's what it was. I think it was really cheap as well, so I was like, fuck it, why not? And then we played it, and it was weirdly fun. I don't know if I'll go back and platinum it. I've kind of fallen off of the whole platinum trophy grind. Sorry, Jovi, please don't hate me. I just don't have time to platinum hunt anymore. But there are a few games that I do want to stream that have relatively easy platinums. So I feel like instead of going for platinums on stream, I'll play the games on stream to get as many of the trophies as I can be bothered to without, like, looking up guides or having to go out of my way to do really obscure things, and then just get the platinums off stream. I don't know. I'll think about it. But there are so many games that I want to stream, and some of them I do need to get trophies in, so that'll be exciting. I have a new job soon. How a job interview yesterday and last day. Ooh, good luck on the job interviews, Jovi. I hope they go well. What are they for? Or do you want to keep it a secret? Is it a case of if you told us, you'd have to end us all? Since Fallout London is out, and I can't play it due to my bad PC, I want to ask, what roles did you have voicing in it? Oh, I voiced, like, loads of characters in Fallout London. Which I love that people are still talking about it, even though it came out, like, ages ago now. But I love that people still love it, so thank you everyone for playing the mod. It has over 1 million downloads now, and hosting a panel about it at Comic-Con was freaking cool, and I loved it so much. But I voiced several characters. I don't know how else to turn up on the camera, but I can try and get a picture up. Hang on. Can I try and get a picture up? I don't know if this will show up well. Give me a second. But yeah, I voiced like 5, technically 6 characters, but because one of them isn't like a physical character in the mod, it's just like a robot voice. It's not a character, but I count it anyway because it was lines that I said and that are in it. So it kinda counts, okay? Let me find the picture. Do I have the picture still? I do. There it is. There's a picture of my characters that I voiced. It's not gonna focus. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Focus. No, it doesn't want to focus on it. Damn it. But yeah, I voiced Queen Victoria II. I voiced Baroness Brenda Beaumont. I voiced Ms. Woodcock. I voiced Angela Clarkson and Jacqueline Suckling, and I was the computer voice in the tutorial of the game as well, which can also be heard at a later section in the mod as well. I think only 2... No, I think only one of... Well, technically if you include the computer voice as well, I think 2 of my characters are part of the main story and all of the others are technically missable. Although everyone always goes to Thames Haven, like, immediately after getting free reign of where to explore, so that people will see Angela Clarkson, but her dialogue is only triggered by doing certain quest objectives in a certain order, otherwise she won't speak to you. But a lot of people see her. I'm also, like, technically a character in the mod as well. They made a character named Letitia, which was pretty cool. But I don't actually voice me, which is weird, but I am in the mod as well, so that's pretty cool. One of your best roles hangs out of my Jeep. One of my best roles? What's my best role? Because I think they're all the best. New challenges, you say? Yes, if anyone has any Fallout 4 challenge runs that they want to suggest for me to do, then you can, like, whisper me, or, like, DM me on Twitter or whatever. I don't know. This is one of those times where I do wish I had a Discord server set up so that people could just, like, message stuff on there, but I really can't be bothered to deal with it. I might make, like, a Google Docs form or something, and then like, just link it in chat every so often. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. But I need a way to, like, collect challenge run ideas that's more streamlined than the way that I was before. It's good to see you back. New background? Yeah, because I live in a completely different city now. I moved house and I live on my own in an amazing apartment with a beautiful view. and all on my own. So I can stream when I want now. So yeah, I'm literally in a completely different place than I was before. I do miss my old house though, because that's like my family home. That's the one that I grew up in. Like my parents divorced at a very young age, so like I knew having two homes for most of my life. And now that I don't live in either of them anymore, it feels very weird in a way. But whenever I go back to either of those places, like, it's very sentimental and it means a lot. But yeah, all the other places that I've like lived have all been like temporary for work stuff or for university or whatever. But like this place is mine and it feels very bizarre. But it also feels like a lot of personal growth has happened as well. It's a very bizarre feeling, but I am very proud of all of the things. Um, I'm so far behind on chat. My God, I just scrolled down to see what you guys were saying, and I'm so far behind. I need to react quicker to stuff, but it's me. I have ADHD, and I talk way too much about random crap anyway. So having the ADHD on top of that does not help. Oh god, people are suggesting runs in a chat. Hang on. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna screenshot or take a picture of all the runs that are suggested in chat, and then I'll make a list, a much more organized list of them later. Only one stat run, only take perks in one special stat. Make that stat go to 10 and above. All other specials must be as low as possible, and you aren't allowed to get any buffs that would increase other specials either. Ooh. I like that idea. That could be fun. And because, like, I'm on console, so I can't use mods. So it would be like the one stat is maxed out to 10, and I'd have to figure out a way to make all the others as even as possible. Kind of like I did with the no perks run that I did last year. Ooh, but I don't know what stat I'd choose. That's a lie, I know what stat I'd choose. It'd be agility, obviously. I need my snake builds. Although, having a sneak build without all of the luck perks, especially all those later luck perks, would be very difficult. But in that one run suggestion, that has given me essentially 7 different playthroughs I can do, because I can do one with each special stat. So it's a doubly great idea because it's given me 7 runs worth of content there. I am stealing, I say stealing that, I asked for suggestions, but I am taking that idea. And I really heckin' like that. And because I've taken a screenshot of it, I know to credit you for that, Destroyer, because I really like that idea. That could be fun. That'd be an interesting one to try. I might just do them in order then, you know, start with strength and end with luck. I might do that, yeah. It feels like it works better to do them in order than do them randomly. So I'll just be like, okay, first one is strength, then we'll move on to perception for the next one, blah, blah, blah. And just see how different those runs would be with one, like, entirely maxed out stat and then just ignoring everything else. That'd be really interesting. So I might do all 7, just 1, to extend the content and milk the game for all that it's worth, and 2, just for the comparison's sake. So I think that could be really interesting. I actually finished my BG3 first run stream, now starting a Dark Urge character. Ooh! I've heard a few people really like the Dark Urge characters, but I don't know if I could do a Dirge run. I'm too nice to be mean. But I met the voice of Dirge, I met Neil Roberts, and he's an absolutely lovely human being, who also has ADHD, so it was really nice talking to him really openly about that stuff, and yeah, he's just lovely. So if you see him at like a convention or something, go say hi to him. Like, trust me, you will not regret it. He's an absolute sweetheart. Letitia returns! I do return! How's it going, Seabold? It feels weird to be back. Like I said, I was so scared to come back to streaming. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if anyone cares that I'm here, but I'm here now. You know, your next project is a BG3 one where the entire party are all Astari. I mean, you're not wrong, Dan. But like, no joking though. Like, I've seen people do crazy challenge runs of BG3. So I've said this for a while that outside of Fallout 4, I want to do challenge runs in other games as well, because as much as I love Fallout 4 and it's like my thing, I don't want to back myself into a Fallout corner again. So I kind of want to try to do challenge runs in other games just to really test my skill at them. And like BG3 has a lot of potential, like based on some of the runs that I've seen on YouTube. So I think it could be really fun, and like I've had other ideas for runs that I want to do as well. Like I want to do wrench only challenges in the Ratchet and Clank games because those are from my childhood and I love them so much. And I've seen other amazing creators do them, and I think it'd be fun to try that. I said I wanted to try and go back to God of War and try and do all of the Valkyries without taking any damage. Like, obviously the run would end once I beat Sigrun, and it wouldn't be like doing the whole story without taking a hit, because I would not be able to do that. But that's something I was thinking about trying as well, and just like loads of other challenge runs as well that don't have to be like beat the game in this certain way, but just playing a game differently with some added extra difficult steps to it. Because I really like that kind of idea for content, and it's been a lot of stuff that I've just been watching in my downtime recently as well. So it's something that I want to explore more this year. I had also been debating potentially starting a YouTube channel, where like I do edited, condensed down versions of my challenge runs. But then I realised that involves going back through 6 years worth of content and trying to trim down the fat, as it were, and condense my very long Fallout 4 challenge runs into easily digestible videos, which would take a lot of time and a lot of editing that I really can't be bothered to do. So it might be a case of I might start that with the new runs. But then it would also be a case of finding time to do all the editing and stuff. And trying to grow on YouTube would be very different than trying to grow on Twitch. But I feel like having a multi-platform presence is the right way to go about growing as a creator. Like, for me, this isn't a full-time thing, but if I ever do want to do it full-time, I think YouTube will probably be the next step for me. Like, I think trying to find another streaming platform, like a TikTok or Kick or whatever, wouldn't help as much as actually making videos, because videos and streams are two completely different mediums. And I feel like making YouTube videos could be fun. Like, I have a few ideas of other things that I'd want to do as well, but it would involve a lot of scripting that I'd also need to do myself. Like, I kind of wanted to do like video essays about sort of challenge runs and like the history of challenge runs in certain games, and like highlighting trailblazers in that certain genre. I wanted to do like sort of list videos of like my top 10 favorite games of all time, or like my top 10 favorite Pokemon or whatever. So I don't know. There's ideas there. It's just finding the time to execute them. That's the problem. But they might be things that happen this year. Who knows? I don't know. I've missed your BG3 streams. I've missed playing BG3 so much. I really have. Oh my god, I'm still so far behind on chat. I promise I will catch up. I promise. But yeah, I will finish BG3. That is the first thing on my list of things to stream. We will get BG3 done. Like, literally, I'll be streaming... I don't know if I'll be streaming later this week or if I'll start early next week. But the next stream that I do will be BG3. We're just gonna get back into that immediately. I'm gonna relearn all of the controls that I keep forgetting. And then we're just gonna finish it. That will 100% happen. God, my nose is really sniffly right now. Hang on, I'm gonna quickly BRB and blow my nose. I'll be right back and I'll actually catch up with chat properly. So, give me 1 second. Oh, that's the wrong scene. I was so used to going back to playing games. Hang on. There we go. I'm not playing games tonight. See, professional streamer that totally remembers how to do things. God damn it. That didn't happen. You all imagined me clicking the wrong button. It's fine. Oh my god. I told you I forgot how to stream. My goodness. Well, hey, now I know when I get back to streaming games, that's what I need to press. It was practice. Let me quickly scroll down in chat before I go back up and respond to all of these things I've missed already, so I can say hi to all the new people so they don't think I'm ignoring them. Hello, where's Miss Supersuit? I'm back! It's good to see you, and I'm glad that people didn't forget that I existed. But I moved, and I live here now, and I can stream when I want, and it's good to see you, my friend. I hope you've been well. And also welcome in yours truly. Ooh, first time chatter. Finally was able to catch one of your streams. I'm very glad that you're excited to be here. I feel like I should know who you are. Have we conversed on other social medias? I'm so bad at remembering people. I'm so sorry. But I'm so glad that you're excited to be here, and I'm excited to have you here. I will play games eventually on my channel again, just because this is my first stream back after a lot of chaotic personal life stuff happening. I thought just doing a chill, just chatting stream to get all of the ADHD out of me and word vomit so many things at chat would be a good way to kick things off again, so I can get all that out of the way, and then when my first gaming stream happens again, to just get back into the games, get the incomplete ones finished, and then move on to new ones nice and efficiently, and just sort of get back into things. I just want to have a chat today because I've missed being live, basically. Panda Buyer as well, hello, good to see you. It's been a very long time, but lovely to have you here. Okay, where did I get up to responding to stuff? I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anyone and they didn't think that I was like ignoring them or anything. Uno momento, por favor. Where did I get to? I got up to Dan mocking my Astarion obsession. Listen, he's hot, okay? Astarion. Also, Dan is a very charming gentleman, but Astarion is hot, and I like him a lot. Just finishing Skyrim is one of those official signs of the apocalypse. It will be done, Kai, god damn it. I will finish Skyrim eventually. I initially planned to get every stat to 100 before finishing the game, but I kind of just want to finish it now because it's frustrating me that I haven't finished it yet. And the fact that I've had to put it on hold so many times as well. I will get Skyrim done, okay? I might just make all of my streams BG3 and Skyrim until I finish both of those games, just as a punishment for delaying them so much and getting distracted and not finishing them. So, I say a punishment, it's not really a punishment because I'll be playing two amazing games, but as punishment. And then we'll go back to Fallout 4 and like other games I want to stream as well, but I want to finish BG3 and Skyrim first. And then we'll do more challenge runs in Fallout 4, and then I might do some more like casual 76 again because I haven't played that in ages. And then I'll probably do some more like nostalgia games. I don't think there's any like new games or like games that I haven't played before that I want to immediately stream, and because I mostly get off-put by like backseaters and like spoilers and shit. Because I really liked doing some more like nostalgia stuff last year, like Klonoa and Ratchet and Clank, and just showing off games that I know from my childhood, and just sort of being like, oh, I remember doing this, and oh, I want to show you guys this really cool thing. And to be fair, I only played Ratchet and Clank 1. I haven't played 2 or 3 yet, so we could do like, I could do another playthrough of the first game, and then just go straight into 2 and 3. So that could be fun. Because, like, those ones are the weird, like, PS Plus ones that I have to, like, stream to play them, which I don't really like, so I have to actually get 2 and 3 on there first. But I could do that. there's a few other games from my childhood that I want to stream as well. And like I have a very extensive library of things that I want to play as well. I feel like not many of them will have like aggressive backseaters for them. But I don't know which ones I want to stream and which ones I kind of want to play on my own. Because like I've really enjoyed playing Astrobot like in my own time. I felt like it was going to be a game that I'd really want to stream just because I adore PlayStation with my heart and soul. But I think because of how much I love PlayStation overall, it felt right to play Astrobot in my own time so that I could just appreciate all of the attention to detail in that game, without the distraction of chat and without the need to be entertaining while playing it. Like, I could just take as long as I needed on each level and just, like, take it all in for a moment, you know? So there are certain games I'll probably just want to do that with, and then some that I'll be like, this will make a good stream game. Like, it'd be fun to get, like, chat's reactions to my reactions of things and, like, figuring it all out together and stuff. I don't know. But I need to sort out which games would go into which of those categories first. In ADGQ chat yesterday, someone was saying they started Skyrim this year for the first time ever. See, I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. And it makes me happy seeing that other people have just started Skyrim for the first time. Also, I know a couple of people that are at AGDQ this year. I know my wonderful, amazing friend Zem is doing some Ratchet and Clank speed running there. Who should go check out. We've raided him a few times. Absolutely wonderful friend of mine. I adore him very, very much. And another amazing friend and streamer, Nick Astalos, is doing Resistance at AGDQ as well. Raid him a lot because he normally starts his streams when I finish mine, which was fantastic. Also, he pops into chat sometimes as well. So yeah, I know both of them that are doing some stuff. I think I might know a couple of other people there, but those are the main two that I know who are doing stuff there, and they're both wonderful friends of mine, and I adore them both very, very much. And they both inspire me to do a lot of the things that I do as well. So you should go give them some love. Also, thank you for the 12-month resub there, Kehon. Oh my goodness. 12 months! I appreciate you having faith in me to still stream for another 12 months. No, I will. Hopefully. Thank you so much. And not just at tier 1, but at tier 2 as well. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Continue to enjoy all of your zesty lemon emotes, your ad-free viewing, and whatever else I normally say. It's been so bloody long. I don't even know anymore. What do I say when people resubscribe? I'm having a crisis, guys. What do I say? It's been so long. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the resub while I question all of my life choices. I appreciate it. Any money that I get from streaming helps a lot right now because buying furniture for my new flat was very expensive. And I need money because my job is just dead this month. But it's not a case of like, oh, I'm streaming because I need money. I'm streaming because I love streaming and I haven't done it in ages and I want to get back to it and get back to making more content and networking with more people in the industry. But just know that any money from any subs or bits or Ko-fi donations helps with all of the furniture that I had to buy recently. Like, that's what it's going to go towards. It's not going to go towards anything else. It's literally just reimbursing myself for all of the furniture that I bought recently. Because, yeah, it cost so much money to buy all of that. Finish Fallout 4 running backwards. Ooh. That could be interesting. Because then trying to melee enemies is going to be so difficult. And because, you know, at the start in the vault, you have to melee the roaches or run past them. And I don't think running past them backwards will be very speedy to lock them all behind the door. But then it's like, as soon as I get a gun, then I can just sort of run backwards past enemies. So that I, like, essentially, like, if enemies are here, then I'd, like, sort of run backwards so that they're in front of me and then shoot them. But meleeing stuff is gonna suck. But I kind of like that idea too. I'm gonna put that down on my list. I like that idea. Fallout 4 running backwards. I think I actually started a Fallout 4 run that I never finished because of all the life stuff that happened. I think it was just like going through the next gen update content. I never finished that. I've never started any of the update content. So we can do that as just a casual, chill Fallout 4 run before I do all these other fun challenges again that I've really missed doing, because we need to get those done. 6 runs worth of content. Letitia made up a 7 special. No, there's 7 special stats. What are you on about? We'll be doing all 7. Special. It has 7 letters. SPECIAL. That's 7 runs worth of content. Profit, baby. I say profit. Content profit. I finished my first playthrough of Skyrim PS5 and get my 3rd platinum of it. I need to get a platinum of it. I haven't done that yet. Made a joke about you playing Pong and you looked up the game. That was it. God, that Pong game was weird. It was fun, but it was weird. I suspect Indiana Jones coming to PS5 will be an easy platinum. I cannot wait for Indiana Jones to come to PS5, because, like, I know it's on PC now and I can play it now, but it's like I'd rather wait for the PS5 version and then play it on stream and just have, like, an instant reaction to it. Because I love the Indiana Jones movies so much. Like, they're my top 3 favourite movies of all time, alongside Ghostbusters and Back to the Future. And the fact that Bethesda published an Indiana Jones game, and we all know that Bethesda owns my soul. Like, I need to play that game on stream, and it's gonna be fantastic. Because, like, I love playing Wolfenstein and Doom, which kind of have a similar feel to how the Indiana Jones game will play, and I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. It really is. And, you know, I love Bethesda content in general. Like, I want to still sort of stay known as being a primarily, like, Bethesda-focused creator, but I also want to have more variety in there so that I can reach out to other communities and sort of make my content a bit more accessible for, like, people in the industry. So, like, I can maybe play some other games for people, represent other companies. But Bethesda will always be sort of a deep-rooted part of who I am as a person, as a gamer, and as a content creator. But as I said, like, this year I want to try other things with content creation. It's not going to be my full-time job. I'm not going to be churning out YouTube videos and streams every single day. Again, I don't even know if I'm going to do the YouTube thing yet. Like, it might help a lot, but I feel like it's more of it's got to be a full-time thing at this point. Like, otherwise it's just not going to grow, because YouTube algorithms are shit. And, like, discoverability for new YouTube channels, especially this year, is shit. And YouTube streaming is the worst streaming platform. It's terrible. No one gets discovered on it. It's got an awful UI. It's just so unfriendly to use. And I don't think I would ever stream on YouTube, because it's just so bad. But I might make videos. I don't know. I haven't thought too much about it yet. It's just something I've been pondering. Or I might just be lazy and just stick to Twitch and hope that I, like, pop off or something, which I don't think I ever will anymore. I think I hit my peak when I first started playing Fallout 4. And then I had some really shitty life stuff happen, which then made me stop streaming for a very long time, and then all the numbers fell. But I think I peaked then. And everything since then has either been, like, flatlining or declining. There's been like a couple of other peaks though, don't get me wrong. Like probably when I first started Skyrim as well, that was epic. But like I don't think I'll have the potential to like blow up as a creator. I don't, because it's not the thing I want to do full time anyway. It's not my goal. Like if I become partnered, if I get like brand deals and stuff, then cool. But I feel like for me, content creation will always be like a casual thing that I do as like extra freelance income and extra portfolio building. Because there are other things that I want to do more. And because I want to do those other things more, they take up more of my time. And streaming is just the easiest way for me to make content that both shows off my personality and also I don't have to edit because it's all live. So it's like once it's done, it's done. So it's very convenient. So I think streaming will always be a priority over video making for me, but video making is something I may look into. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. And also, thank you for the follow. Yours truly, welcome to the community. It's lovely to have Seti present with us this evening. I remember that one. I just don't remember the sub thing that I say, because my weird OCD is like, no, you must say the same thing for all of the things that happen, and I don't remember what it is. But hey, I reacted to it, so it's fine. But I don't remember what I say. Oh well. What else have I missed in chat? I've missed so many goddamn things. Jesus Christ, you guys been talking a lot. I love you, but there's so many words I need to read. Let's see. London last year, Sky Oblivion this year, and hopefully Skywind next year. Yeah, I was tempted to audition for... I can't remember which one it was, if it was Sky Oblivion or Skywind. I feel like it was Sky Oblivion. But it just... The auditions happened at a very inconvenient time for me, so I had to politely bow out. Which is a shame, because I wanted to actually do, like, an Elder Scrolls related project, because I've done so many Fallout ones before. But I haven't actually done any Elder Scrolls. People think that I have, or like they've asked if I have, because I'm like one of the most known Bethesda fan voice actors. But yeah, I've never done an Elder Scrolls thing. Just people assume that I have because I've done so much Fallout stuff. Or they hear someone that they think sounds like me, and then I go and listen to it and I'm like, they sound nothing like me. But maybe I might do some Elder Scrolls stuff eventually. It could be fun. So if anyone's casting for anything, once I get my space properly sound treated, then hook me up. I need money because I need to send a certain special lemon some more Spanish coffee. Ah, Jovi, I discovered that they sell it on Amazon. So I have bought some from Amazon. But obviously it's much better when you send it to me, because then I know it's from my friend. But I bought some from Amazon because obviously I ran out from the last ones that you got me, and it made me sad. But I do have some for now that will last me for a little bit. Also, yours truly, thank you so much for the Prime sub there. That is very, very kind of you. Enjoy your 9 Tier 1 Zesty Lemon emotes, 5 Zesty animated emotes, and your ad-free viewing, courtesy of your lovely self. I remembered it now. It's almost as if I never left streaming and that I wasn't last live 4 months ago. Shut up, I wasn't. I remember all the streaming things because I do it all the time. But I remembered. It just took me like 45 minutes to remember how to be a streamer and what all of my branding was, because I remembered none of my branding. But thank you so much. As I said, any monetary gain I get from streaming at the moment is going towards all of the furniture that I bought, because it was very expensive. And I think after that I'm going to use some of the stream funds to work on improving the streams, because as I said, like, I want to do more content this year. Just I don't want to like splash out too much on it because it's not going to be a full-time thing for me, but I want to keep making it better so that when I do stream it'll be good quality content. It just may not be as regular as like some of the big streamers or whatever. But that's the plan there. Um, have I ever suggested for you to do a Bobblehead Hunter run? Technically, I did that on my first ever playthrough of the game, Kai. Because my first playthrough, I wanted to get all the bobbleheads just for the stat boost. I don't think I ever got all the magazines though, just because there were so many of them. So I might do like a magazine hunter run where like I don't have to beat the game. It's just a case of the challenge is complete once I've collected all the magazines. And then because like you have the magazine racks that you can build in like a settlement, I'll just put all the magazines on those racks. Because I don't think I ever got all of them. I think, again, in my first playthrough, I got most of them, but I don't ever remember getting all of them in any of my runs, like, ever. I know I definitely got all the Far Harbor and Nuka World ones, though, because I believe there's trophies tied to each of them. But I think in the main game, it's just collect, like, 20 or something. Or 50, or whatever. It was some random arbitrary number that wasn't all of them. So I think I like collected that many, maybe collected a few more after that I just stumbled across or thought, oh, this could be useful. But I don't think I ever got a full collection. I don't remember. So I might do that as another run as well. What games are you looking forward to this year that isn't GTA 6? I don't actually know, to be honest. Because most of the games I was super excited for all came out last year. I don't actually think there's anything that's been announced so far this year that I'm like, oh my god, I need it like day one, rah! But like last year there was some really good stuff that I still haven't been able to play because life has been busy and stressful and stuff. But yeah, stuff like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Dragon's Dogma 2, obviously Indiana Jones, like stuff like that all came out last year. The only game that came out last year that I actually played last year was Astrobot. That is the only one, because I've been so busy with so many other things in my life. But that's the only game that I played that actually came out the year that I played it. But I think the only game that I'm really excited for at the moment is probably Pokemon Legends ZA. Because I loved Legends Arceus. It's probably like my favourite Pokemon game ever. Just the story and the mechanics and just everything about it was just perfection. Is exactly what I wanted in a Pokemon game. And the fact that they're doing another one now has me really excited. And like this is the first time in like forever that Pokemon isn't releasing a game every year. Because like normally I just kind of try and churn them out and then like some of them aren't as good as others. But it's nice that they're taking their time with this one. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, also there's an ad break now, so I'm going to take a short little break and refill my drink. Because I don't want the non-subscribers to miss anything. I forgot about the ad breaks. So I will be back when the ad break is over in 2 minutes 40 seconds. So I'll catch you then. Alrighty, I'm back, and I remembered to click the correct one this time, and not the gaming one that has no game on it, because I'm not playing a game right now. But hi, hey, welcome back. I scrolled down, and now I have to scroll back up in chat, because I forgot where I was. Hang on. Remember people doing runs on the original Final Fantasy game where you could pick your party's jobs and people would do just 4 white mage or 1 white mage. Challenge runs in Final Fantasy. Ooh. That could be an interesting one actually, because most Final Fantasy games, I just play through them once. But, like, I take a million years in each of them just so I can really absorb the story and the characters. So I don't think I actually know them well enough to do challenge runs in them. Like, you know, I know the stories and the characters, obviously, in all the ones I've played, but I actually don't know if I know them well enough to do challenge runs. But I guess the only way you know something is by playing it more than more. So it could be something I could do. Like I think the only Final Fantasy game that I feel confident enough to do challenge runs in would probably be 12, which is such an underrated game, to be honest. But 12 is my favourite Final Fantasy. I love it so much. And, like, hang on, I need to figure out my left and my right. Nope, that's the other side. I have some Final Fantasy figures behind me. Hang on, I'll just stand up because I don't know my left and right, apparently. But I have some Final Fantasy figures over here. And I have 3 of them from Final Fantasy 12 in the middle there. And I have, like, smaller Final Fantasy 12 figures that are just out of frame. I also have some from 13 and 15 and 7 as well, because I like my Final Fantasies. But 12 is my favourite. I have so many hours in that game, and the PS4 version has the Zodiac system that was only in the Japanese version of the original game. And it also has a speed up button, and the speed up button in that game is a blessing. Literally, I think my entire first PS4 playthrough of it, I played it sped up. Because I didn't realise just how slow the original game was in terms of, like, movement speed. So I just played the whole thing with the speed up button, and it made, like, grinding out the levels so much easier. I got to the final boss with my whole party at level 99. Whereas I think on my first original playthrough, my party was level, like, 80 when I got to it. And then I used, like, loads of spells to buff my party further. Whereas going in with the whole party of level 99s made it so much easier. But I don't know, I could actually stream Final Fantasy 12 at some point. That could be fun. Because I do love that game so much, and I want other people to appreciate 12 because it is so underrated. Like, people who love it, but people who hate it are so loud about hating it, and it makes me so sad because it's such a good game. People just don't like that it's, like, not turn-based like other Final Fantasies, but I actually don't like the turn-based. The only games that I like turn-based in is stuff like Pokemon, where it kind of makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me why Final Fantasy is turn-based. I don't like it. So I actually like 12. And just, I like the story and the characters and the setting, and it's just a really good game, so I might stream that eventually, but I have too many lengthy RPGs that I want to play anyway, so it might not be for a while, but I might play that. Could be fun. I don't know. Been liking your tweets on X and Instagram, but not messages. Oh, that's very vague and mysterious. I don't know if I know who you are. I'm now curious. That sounds really mean, where I'm like, I don't know who you are, but I'm just so bad at remembering people. If they don't have the same username across every social media, then chances are I'm gonna forget who you are on one of them. Unless it's, like, really obvious who you are. Like, one of my friends has slightly different usernames on every social media, but it's like there's one thing in each of the usernames that's consistent, and it's just like a slight variation of it, so it's like I can kind of figure out who you are. But then it's like, if it's someone that has different usernames on all of them, I'm more than likely gonna forget who you are on one of them. Or like someone that changes their username like every 5 days or whatever, I'm like, who are you anymore? I don't know. And then like I end up unfollowing them and I realize, oh shit, I've known this person for years, but they've had an identity crisis. I don't know, it's confusing and I'm very forgetful, shut up. In my first game of the year, Sly 1, that was made for the PS5. Yeah, I heard that the Sly games, their like PS5 port has some new trophies on them. So I want to play those. I don't know if I want to stream them. I might do, because I'll stream the Ratchet and Clank games from PS Plus, the really shitty version of them. And I did do the first one already. But as I said, I might go back and do that one again before I do 2 and 3. But I can do the Sly games with their PS5 ports, because it's, like, made for the PS5, so I don't have to worry about lag from streaming them. And with new trophies, that's new platinums. The only problem is that, like, my brain is like, I need to play all 3 of them, because no, there wasn't a 4th Sly game, it doesn't exist. Not because it was shit or anything. But if I play them, I'd need to play all 3 of them, but I really don't like Sly 1. Like, I get it, it's the game that spawned the franchise, but to me, it's lacking so much from the other 2 games, and it's aged poorly, and I just don't like how it plays compared to the other 2. Like, that's not me saying, oh, because it's a first game, it's shit. That's not what I'm saying. Like, the first Ratchet and Clank is one of my favourite games of all time. Like, yes, Ratchet and Clanks 2 and 3 are incredible games and are very good sequels that, like, added so much to the franchise that have become staples to this day. And, like, my favourite Jak game is the first one, because 2 and 3 changed too much, got too edgy and too difficult, and I didn't like them. But in terms of Sly, just the first game is so outdated compared to 2 and 3. And just 2 and 3 play a lot better. They have better levels, they have better characters, better story, much better voice acting. The voice acting in the first game is 99% painful to listen to. And I just prefer the controls of 2 and 3. Like, in the first one, you don't really sneak at all. All of the enemies will see you immediately. They're all, like, one-shots, so there's no actual, like, combat to them. The bosses are kind of meh as well. And, like, I liked the story of the first one. But, yeah, most of the rest of it was very lacking compared to 2 and 3. There was too many, like, side levels as well. Like, too many new mechanics and sort of, like side missions that had like a random gimmick with them that made no sense, and it didn't really feel like Sly Cooper at all. Like, 2 and 3 have a couple of like gimmicks to them, like hacking or like the RC cars or whatever, but Sly 1 had too many of them. It felt too messy, and I really didn't like it. So that's my problem. If I want to play Sly 2 and 3, I feel like I need to play 1 as well. Like, 2 is definitely, like, a direct sequel to 1, like, it follows the events from the first game, but it feels cohesive enough that it can be played on its own. And, like, it kind of explains the story of 1 anyway, because I actually started with Sly 2 before I played Sly 1, and I made sense of it just fine. So I could just do 2 and 3. But the OCD organized part of my brain that likes logic and numbers says if I do 2 and 3, 1 must be there too. But I really don't like 1. That's my problem with it. I do not like Sly 1. It's probably my least favourite of the Sly games, and that is including the 4th one that, as we established, doesn't exist. That includes that one as well. It is below the one that doesn't exist. I really don't like Sly 1. Like, I've played it significantly fewer times than I played 2 and 3. But I might stream the trilogy at some point. I don't know. I'll think about it. If I ever play the Metro games, give me a temporary ban. I have too many hours in them. I think the only Metro game I've played is Last Light. And I don't even remember if I finished it or not, because I played it like a decade ago or whatever. Did I finish it? I might have finished it, but I don't think I was really paying attention to the story to remember how it ended. But I've played Last Light. I kind of liked it. I don't think it held my attention that much at the time. Like, I thought parts of it were cool, but I wasn't, like, super engrossed in it. I was just like, yeah, it's just a, you know, a shooty game, and I'm pretty good at shooty games, contrary to popular belief that women are shit at games. I'm pretty decent at shooting. But I don't know, I just don't think it held my attention enough. I might give those games another go, because they do look really fun, and I did enjoy parts of Last Light, just, yeah, the story and the characters didn't really maintain my interest. Like, the environment and the combat was really cool. There were definitely some insane difficulty spikes that made me really struggle with it at a point, so I got really frustrated with it. But I liked the parts that I didn't struggle with. And I feel like now, because I'm a much more competent gamer than I was back then, I feel like I might not struggle as much if I played them again. So it might be something I'll do, but it's not on my extensive list of games that I want to play right now. But I may consider them eventually. Just there are so many other things that I want to get through first. Isn't your Fallout 76 broken? It was broken for a very long time, and I couldn't log into it at all. Admittedly, I've not tried it in a while, but there have been several updates since it was broken. So I might try it again and see if it works. And if it does, then I can do more regular 76 content as well and get involved with more collaborations with other 76 creators that I've been missing out on for such a long time because of mine being broken. And also just because the 76 community is amazing, and all the things that we do for, like, Fallout for Hope and stuff, it's something that I really missed not being able to contribute towards at all last year, just because of how busy everything was in my personal life, how both my physical and mental health were not okay. I'm not going to go into those because that's too personal for streaming. That's another reason why I wasn't streaming for ages there. Because I was working so much, I physically and mentally wasn't okay. And also with moving and Christmas as well, I literally could not contribute towards Fallout for Hope at all. And as being a staff member for it, I felt really, really bad. So if I can get 76 working again, then I can collaborate more with the amazing creators in the community, and then I can contribute towards amazing things like that again. Because, yeah, it just really sucked not being able to last year. So I wanna get back into 76 if it actually works. But I do need to try out the game to see if it works first. So hopefully it will. And then we can do more, like, hangouts in there too, because some of you guys used to join me when I did 76 streams, so we can do that. We can try the raids that I haven't tried yet, but I've heard they're really difficult but really fun. So I'll do that too, because I know nothing about the raids. All I know is that there's a giant snake. That's all I know. I know nothing else about, like, the meta builds for it. I don't know what you have to do in the raid or how to get to the raid or any of that stuff. I still haven't finished the Skyline Valley quest line yet, which is weird. Like, there's new Fallout quests that I've not done, and I need to do them. I need to do the other expeditions as well. I think I went to Atlantic City once to do the story there, and I haven't done the expeditions there. And, like, there's so many other, like, grindy things that I need to do to, like, I need to grind out the other expeditions to get the rewards and, like, the stamps and stuff. There's just loads of new content that I need to look at in that game if it works. So I need to check that at some point and figure out if it's possible for me to play it. Unless you stream some slot for kids, you will not be seen on YouTube. Exactly, like, YouTube streaming is shit. So that's why I would rather stream on any other platform before I stream on YouTube. But as I said, YouTube videos might be something I'll consider doing. It's just going to take a lot of time to script and edit them as well. That's the problem. Recording them won't take too long. Like, I'm very efficient with recording stuff, so that's fine. It is just the scripting and the editing that will take time. That I need to figure that out at some point. So I don't know. But it is something that I'm considering. I don't think I'll do multi-streaming to any other platform though. Because, like, where would I stream to if I'm not doing YouTube? Like, TikTok, I don't even have a TikTok account. Like, I know people have found very quick and easy growth on TikTok for streaming, but I don't have a TikTok account. I don't understand it. Every time I look at other people's TikToks, I feel like I lose brain cells. I don't understand that platform at all. Kick is just trash. There's like 5 good people on that website because they are friends that I know from Twitch that are also on Kick. But other than that, it is just trashy, garbage, horrible human beings that are so toxic and hating towards each other, and I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of something that Aiden Ross was like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever, I'm like so totally gonna back this shit, but also I'm a terrible human being, and let's bring all the other terrible human beings here and not do anything about it. Woo! I don't want to be involved in that shit. So I don't know where I'd go. So I think just Twitch is gonna be my main focus, with maybe YouTube videos. I don't know. Now everyone must go. Okay, love you, pretty friend. Bye. Bye, Jovi. I know you probably left like a million years ago because I'm so bad at reading chat because distractions and stuff. But bye. Hope the interview goes well. Congrats on remembering. Cheers, mate. It's a miracle that I remember anything these days. Because I've been so busy with stuff that I don't even remember who I am anymore. Where am I? What am I? Having an existential crisis right now. Does Skyrim tickle your fancy? If so, where is your fancy located? It's located, in the kitchen. I don't know why it's in the kitchen, it's just in the kitchen. I should have a cup of Yorkshire Gold blend right now, but right now I'm skinned until Friday. Oh no. A British person not having tea is heartbreaking. Speaking of, should I make a cup of tea? Ooh. Ooh. I kinda want tea now. I'm tempted. I might make some tea. Fantasy 12 on PS4 was a godsend, saving me from the long hour grinds. Yes, I love Final Fantasy 12. It's honestly my favourite Final Fantasy game of all time. Also, I still have it. When it came out, I got the guidebook with it. I don't know why I got the guidebook with it. It's just like, I expected it to be like a 50 quid game because that's what new games cost at the time, as opposed to like the 70 quid they cost now. So I was expecting it to be 50 quid. It was being sold for 30 quid at Game, like on release day. I bought it on release day because I freaking love that game so much. And they're like, oh, do you want the guidebook with it for 17 quid? And I was like, 47 quid for the game plus the guidebook, when I was expecting the game itself to be 50. Hell yeah, I'll get both. And I still have the guidebook. It's on my coffee table, which is just over here. Hang on. Here is the guidebook. I still have it. So maybe I could do like a 100% run. No, I won't do a 100% run. That'll take forever. But I have the guidebook. It's the only game that I have a guidebook for because that's how much I love it. And that's how much stuff is in this game. But I love Final Fantasy 12 so much. I really want to stream it now. God damn it, yours truly. You've got me wanting to play Final Fantasy 12. I might do it. I might try and find somewhere in the schedule for it. Obviously after I finish BG3 and maybe Skyrim as well. Again, too many RPGs at the same time. But I have such a long list of games that I do want to stream. I might add Final Fantasy 12 to the list now. It might happen. Now I need to put this back. Hang on, give me a second. Uno momento. Alrighty, I'm back. I don't like leaving things messy. Oh, it's still messy. Hang on. That'll do. It's fine. I'm so, like, picky about things not being put perfectly back in place. It was annoying me. It's fine. It's all good now. It looks fine. But yeah, I might do Final Fantasy 12. I love it so much. I thought the story did get confusing. Maybe because of read between the lines dialogue, which, unless it's told to me, passes right above my head. Yeah, the first time I played Final Fantasy 12, I was like... When did it come out? It came out in 2006. I played it not long after it came out. I think it was probably like 2007 or 2008. So the first time I played it, I was 12, roughly. We'll say 2008, so 12. So, like, I kind of understood parts of the story, but, like, not all of the deeper meanings behind it. It was just mostly a case of, yes, there's a war going on. These are the good guys. These are the bad guys. Like, that was the gist of the game. Also, spoilers for people that haven't played it. But that was mostly what I understood when I was 12. And then when I replayed it for PS4, like, it sort of filled in all of the blanks, because obviously I was older, I was more mature, I understood a lot more of these deeper concepts in video games. You know, I have a film and television degree with a specialism in narrative study, so I understand how to tell a story. I understand how to tell a story well. And I think Final Fantasy XII tells the story really, really well. But it's a case of, it's a story that you have to pay attention to really understand it. But I think the story that it tells and the world that it builds up is probably one of the best in a Final Fantasy game. And, like, Final Fantasy overall is an amazing franchise. Like, there are so many great games there. Like, my favourites being, obviously, 12, 15, and 7. I liked parts of 10, and I liked parts of 13. But no, my top 3 would be 12, 15, and 10. Sorry, 12, 15, and 7. But there's just so many great aspects in every single game individually. Trying to sing them all out would take me hours. But there's so many good things about 12 that get overlooked by the other games in the franchise, just because people hold on to this one thing that they really like about it. And they're like, oh, but this game does it really well, so because 12 doesn't do it this way, it makes it shit. It's like, no, it doesn't. Just because it doesn't do this same thing that you've been so used to for all these years, it doesn't make it a shit game. It just makes it something that you're not used to. It just makes it something different. It makes it something unique. It makes it something that stands out. And, like, it's not that confusing to play. And people are like, oh, but none of this makes sense. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, it literally tells you what to do. It's not that difficult. Like, okay, if you play the game and don't like it, that's fine. I'm not saying, oh, everyone who plays it has to like it. But don't hate on something just because you don't understand it. You know, it doesn't make it bad. It just makes it something that you don't personally like. And I just think 12 got so much unnecessary hate from Final Fantasy fans. Like, I can understand why a lot of people didn't like 13. I like 13. It's not my favourite of all of the games, but I like it. Like, I have freaking... Other side again, I forget my left and rights. I have, like, 5 out of the 6 main characters from Final Fantasy 13 right there. So I clearly like the game. Also, it's annoying me that I don't have the 6th one. She's just impossible to find anywhere that doesn't cost an extortionate amount of money. But I like 13. But I understand why other people didn't like it, because it was very different to a lot of the other Final Fantasy games. I get it. But I feel like 12 got so much of the unnecessary hate just because it tried something different and it worked. And I feel like people are like, no, it's different, so it shouldn't work. It's not Final Fantasy. It's like, well, what is Final Fantasy? Every single game in the franchise is different to each other. There is no specific umbrella that Final Fantasy falls under. They are all different games. They have certain similarities. Like, they all have chocobos. They all have cactars. They all have certain types of magic. They all have a character named Sid for some reason. But, like, other than that, there is nothing the same about any Final Fantasy unless it's a direct sequel to one of the other Final Fantasies. So, like, you can't hate on something because it's different, okay? Especially when nothing in the franchise is the same anyway. It just defeats the point of hating something for being different. Anyway, that was a very long rant about Final Fantasy, but what I'm saying is Final Fantasy XII is a fucking great game, and I will die on this hill. And my camera went out of focus, but I will die on this hill, alright? That was such a long rant that I now have so many things to scroll down again. Hi chat. Hi, let me read things. All three of them are on PS5 now. Yeah, all three of the Sly games are on PS5 now, so I know 2 and 3 also have some extra trophies. But I just don't like Sly 1 enough, though. But I do want to stream, because I really liked streaming Ratchet & Clank 1 last year, because it is, as I said, one of my favourite games of all time. And the fact that it's the first one in the franchise says something really different compared to, like, the Sly games. Because Sly 1 is my least favourite. Ratchet 1 is my favourite. Jak 1 is my favourite. But I just don't like Sly 1. That's the thing. So I don't know if I want to stream all three of them because it makes sense to, or if I just want to stream 2 and 3 because I like them better. So I'm not sure. But it might be something I'll stream. So I was very hesitant about streaming Ratchet & Clank just because it's such a personal franchise to me. But I really enjoyed streaming the first one last year and just taking a trip down memory lane with it. So I might do the same with Sly as well. I think the only games that I love that I will never stream would be the, hang on, wrong side. Would be the Uncharted games. Look at all my Nathan Drakes there. Because Uncharted is so story heavy and they're such masterpieces of video games that they need to be experienced on their own. Like, if people haven't played them, they should go and play them on their own without the distractions of a chat and a streamer. Whenever I play them, I want to play them on my own so that I'm not distracted by anyone else, because I just love those games so much that no matter how many times I play them, I want to be immersed in the narrative. So I think that would be the only series of games that I don't think I'd ever stream. But Ratchet & Clank, I really liked streaming that last year. I was very hesitant about it, but I enjoyed it, so I might do the same with Sly as well. I don't know. I'll think about it. Last Light has a worse story, and it's a sequel of the first one. Well, that was the only Metro game that I played, so never mind. Metro game's difficulty is quite nasty if you play on the high ones. I don't even remember what difficulty I played it on. I think I just played it on, like, normal/medium, whatever Metro's variant of that is. But I think just because I'd never played a Metro game before, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. As I said, I played it a very long time ago, where I wasn't as tactical with video games as I am now. I was still deadly with a sniper, though. But yeah, there was some very tough difficulty spikes in it, but I might go back to it eventually. I don't know. Hey, Fectus, how's it going? Good to see you, my friend. How have you been? I am finally back to streaming again, because I had loads of personal stuff going on, then I moved house, then Christmas, then New Year's, but I'm back on Twitch. How the hell have you been? It's good to see you. 76 wasn't that bad, but it felt kind of weird to play Fallout with friends. I mean, technically you could do 76 on your own. Like, you don't need other people to play it. Like, okay, the like, end game bosses would be a struggle to do solo. But you don't have to do anything else in the game with other people if you don't want to. So, like, it's optional, I guess. But I really like 76. I like the setting and the story. And it was really fun. Even before they added the NPCs into the game, I liked the overall story and the way that it was told. So 76, again, is another game that got so much unnecessary hate for no reason. Um, what else have I missed? I've missed so many things. I keep scrolling down in chat and there's so many things. I just need to stop yapping and just responding to chat. I'm sorry, guys. This is the ADHD. You, you all know that I have it now. You all know that my brain has so many things that it wants to say, and then it doesn't catch up properly enough. What should I get up to? Adradia is here as well. Hello, Adradia. How's it going? Yes, look at all my figures behind me. I have like another shelf that's out of frame above, and then another shelf that's out of frame below. But look at all the ones that I got here. I got loads of Ghostbusters ones there. I still don't know my left and right. I keep getting confused. This is how long I've not streamed for. I have all my Ghostbusters ones there. And then on this shelf we have Pokemon and Uncharted. And I do have... I'm trying to get out of the way again. I have a couple of Halo figures and my Dovahkiin on that shelf as well. And then the one that's like half cut off down the bottom is my Final Fantasy shelf. But yeah, I wanted a way to like display at least some of my figurines because I have so many of them. And now that I've moved and have space, I can actually do so because my streaming space before I was literally smushed in a corner and there was no space for anything. There was barely any space for me there. Like, you guys don't understand how cramped my old streaming space was. Like, the room that it was in itself had enough space for me to live in it. But to have a tidy stream set up there, I had to smush it all in a corner. And because, like, I didn't want my stream set up to, like, have my bed and stuff in the background. Because when I first started streaming, I was streaming from my bed, which was very weird, and I really didn't like that. And I just didn't want to have my bed or, like, all of the other stuff in my bedroom in the background. So it was all smushed in a corner. But now I have a whole-ass apartment, so I can actually display all my figurines. What I'm kind of tempted to do as well is to do like a figurine of the stream, where like each stream I just pick out a random figurine and like talk about its history and like where I got it from and like how rare it is and stuff. I don't know. Could be fun, but then when I run out of figurines then I'll be sad. So I'd have to repeat them. I don't know. But yeah, those are all my figurines. Some of them are like super old though, like the... Hang on, I still need to figure it out. Like, this collection here of Jesse, James, Ash, Misty, and Brock, they are all from, like, 1998, I believe. Like, they are super old. If they were in boxes, they'd be worth so much these days. But clearly they're not. And then one of my Final Fantasy figures, you can't see it, it's out of view, was very expensive when I bought it. Because at the time... it was like super rare. I think now it's a little bit more common to find it because there's like newer versions of those figures that people are like more interested in. So people who have the older ones are like, oh look, it's an older one, you should get this one because it's old. But it's not that rare anymore. It's just at the time it was. But yeah, a couple of them are like pretty rare. What else do I have? To be fair, I do have a couple of figures of like characters whose actors died, so I guess that kind of makes them a bit more rare as well. Like technically Misty and Jesse should be worth more because Rachel Lillis, which I'm very sad about. Like I knew her, and it still hurts me sometimes that she's gone. I have a figure of Sarah Jane Smith from Doctor Who. Obviously, Elizabeth Sladen passed away many years ago. That one was the first one that really struck me, though. But yeah, even just finding that Sarah Jane figure itself was difficult. But I do have one. I also have a Edna Krabappel figure from The Simpsons, because she was my favourite Simpsons character, and obviously Marcia Wallace passed away as well. So I feel like those ones will probably be a little bit more expensive. But the thing is, I like my collection. It means a lot to me. So they are mine. I'm not selling them. Jesse and James ×2. I do have a second Jesse and James in the middle there. Those ones. Those ones are the newer. I say newer. Technically the newest Jesse and James is like with the sun and moon art style, which I don't really like that much. But these are like the newer ones. Newer. Those ones are newer than those ones. These ones are from like Gen 1. These ones I believe are from Gen 6. So Jessie actually has more like magenta hair instead of red hair than the original one. But yeah, those ones there are like fully posable figures as well, whereas these ones are just figurines. So yeah. I also have some really cool just Pokemon in general. Like I have the 3 legendary dogs, and then I have the 3 legendary birds. And I have a few other really cool Pokemon as well. I have like a Fuecoco somewhere that's sleeping. I have like a little Mew as well. So I have some really cool Pokemon ones there. I got distracted by talking about my figures. See, I should do a figurine of the stream. That could be fun. So Final Fantasy 12, the one with lightning. No, that's 13. 13 is the one with lightning. I have a lightning figure. She is... Hang on. I still need to figure out my left and right. I keep forgetting. Lightning is right there. Right at the bottom of the screen. Right there. That is lightning. And there are all my other Final Fantasy 13 figures. We have Saz and Snow and Vanille. And you can just about see Hope there as well. But I don't have Fang. And that's annoying me, because she's so bloody difficult to find. But if I had her, then I'd have all of the main 6 from Final Fantasy 13. It frustrates me, though, that Final Fantasy 12, they never made all of them, so the 3 that I have are the only half of the main party that you can get. But, as I said, 12 was my favourite Final Fantasy, and those 3 Final Fantasy 12 figures that I have were the ones that started my collecting of Final Fantasy figures. I had a lot of my other figures earlier than that, like a lot of the Pokemon ones, a lot of the Doctor Who ones I had earlier than that, but Final Fantasy 12 was the first of the Final Fantasy obsession, in terms of the games and the figures as well. And as I said, it's my favourite Final Fantasy. So I might add that to my stream schedule, I don't know. Never played 12. You should play 12. 12 is so good. I love it. It's my favourite. The only Final Fantasy game I didn't like was 2. See, Final Fantasies 1 through 4, I've only played... I say I played most of them once, but I only played those 4 once a very long time ago. And I didn't love or hate them. They just sort of existed. 5, I've actually never played. 6, I have played, but I never finished it. 7, I've obviously played. I've played the spin-offs, I've played the remake. Love 7, it's one of my favourites. I played 8. Don't think I finished 8, though. I don't remember finishing 8. 8 was alright. 9 was okay as well. It's funny, because like my best friend loves 9. 9 is her favourite. 9 was okay for me. 10 was pretty good. 10-2 was also pretty good, but not as good as 10, in my opinion. 11 I never played. 12 is obviously my favourite. The 13 trilogy was mid. Like, it wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, it was just mid. But in terms of the 13 trilogy, I liked 13-2 the best. I liked some of the mechanics from 13-3. The weird clothing mechanic that changes the fighting style was very bizarre, but I liked the controls of 13-3 a lot more. But I preferred the original 13 to 13-3, so it would be like 2, 1, 3. I played 14, I liked 14. I'm not obsessed with it because it's another online one, like 11. I played Final Fantasy 14 online for a bit. I did like the main story at the time. Obviously, they've added a lot in like the decade since I last played it. It's kind of meh. I like parts of it, but it's not my favourite. 15 I absolutely love. It was incredible. So good. Like, there were parts of it that were clearly rushed, but the parts that weren't were amazing. And I've not played 16 yet. I have it, but I've not played it yet, so I need to actually play 16. We're not going to go into all of the spin-offs because there's like a bajillion of them. There's like 80 million Final Fantasy games, but those are just like my opinions on the main ones. But I might stream 12 because I really like 12. I don't know. I'll think about it. 10 was my childhood, and so will be my favourite. That's fair. Stopped playing 13 after playing for like 3 or 4 hours and never went back. I liked 13. It had its issues, but I didn't hate it. It was alright. Did you know 10 and 7 is connected, kinda? Yes, I did, actually. Time for me to go sleep. I'm tired. Gonna be waiting for more challenge runs. I will get them sorted out eventually, but good night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Because as I said, I was scared about coming back to streaming. I was worried that no one would care that I came back. But Fallout 4 challenge runs will return eventually. I do want to focus on finishing BG3 first, though. So I might do a combination of finishing BG3 and then doing, like, the casual look at the next gen update for Fallout 4, because I've still not done any of those new quests yet. And then I might start adding in other games gradually over time. And then once I finish that run of Fallout 4, obviously we'll just start with the challenge runs again. But I want to focus on getting BG3 done first, and then I'll replace BG3 with finishing Skyrim. We'll obviously have the Fallout 4. And then I might do a third game as, like, either a nostalgia game or a game that I want to check out for the first time. So I might just sort of do a rotation of, like, three games a week, I think. Again, that's if I have time for 3 streams a week. But I want to hope that most weeks I'll be able to. This week, I don't know, because this week is a very weird week in terms of work stuff. And also because I have a few people that I want to go and see this week as well. Next week I'm going to be a little bit busier with other projects that I've got going on. And then the week after I will be at MegaCon in London. So I'll be busy attending that. So I don't know how many streams I'll be able to do the next couple of weeks, but in an ideal world, I want to try and do 3 a week. So yeah, BG3 or Fallout 4 and some other game. I don't know. Uncharted is a story game. I thought it was some like GTA ripoff where you can have fun weapons. No, that is not Uncharted at all. Uncharted is literally nothing like GTA in the slightest, my goodness. That is such a weird comparison to make, but no. Go and play Uncharted, trust me. They are amazing masterpieces of games. But no, it is not like GTA in the slightest. There is no way you remember it. I actually do. I do remember you. I feel because of your love for Final Fantasy, you'd love 14 if you haven't played it. I have played it. The last time I played it, though, was like 2016 or 2017. I've not played it in a very long time. Because I didn't like having to pay monthly just to play it. It was stupid. I'm trying to remember what the last actual content that I played in it was. Was it Heavensward? I think that was the last one that I played. Let me have a look at when that came out. What was it? Fantasy 14 Heavensward. When did that come out? $2015. Yeah. That was the last one that I played. So yeah, literally a decade ago was the last time I played Final Fantasy 14. That's actually terrible. It's better than One More Dances. I'd rather have you talking 5 minutes for one topic. I will talk for 5 hours on one topic. Just because I have a lot of words to say, I have a lot of opinions on things, and the ADHD just makes me get distracted by things, and then I forget to go back to things, and then it's a whole mess. But like normally I'd have a game that I'd be playing as well. And I'd be talking about the game. And weirdly, it's easier to keep up with chat when I'm playing a game because I'm talking less about other things and talking more about the game. So it's easier to keep track of chat better. But then on just chatting streams, I always fall really far behind on chat because I just want to say so many things and I don't have anything to distract me from saying them. And normally I only do just chatting streams when I actually have a lot of things to talk about because I don't want to get distracted by a game. So I only do just chatting streams when I have a purpose for them. So that's why I really struggle with keeping up with chat for those streams, because it's like, oh my god, I have so many things I want to tell you guys, and it's going to take me a while to tell you all of them because there'll be about 50 other random tangents in between every point I wanted to make. So just chatting streams have a purpose for me. Legacy 13 line is in third birthday, third Parasite Eve game. Let's get a lightning sword in gun form. Ooh, I actually didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Loved JRPG I completed last year was Chrono Trigger. Yes, I know of the Chrono Trigger. There's a couple of other like really underrated RPG series that I really enjoy. Like I like the Star Ocean games. I also really like Dark Cloud. I never played Dark Chronicle, but I really liked Dark Cloud. When that came to the PS4, I like platinumed that immediately. So I remember I played it on PS2, like way back in the day. But I was like 5 or 6 years old when I played it, so I didn't understand RPGs at the time. So I found it to be a really hard game. But when I played it on PS4, I was like, oh god damn, this is really fun and actually not that bad. And I really, really liked it. When you get to Shadowbringers and Endwalker, you'll love the 14 Story Realm Reborn. It's just a piece of the long story. Yeah, no, I never played Beyond Heavensward, just because I didn't like having to pay monthly for it. And then that was when I was at university. So when I finished university, I focused on other things, like work, and I started streaming after university as well, because I wanted to stream while I was at university, but I was mostly like, no, I just want to get my degree done and not get distracted by shit. So yeah, I played Heavensward while I was at university. And then afterwards, like, my subscription ran out, and I was like, nah, I'm not paying monthly again. I can't be bothered. Because, like, I bought... It was, like, a package. I think it was, like, for 18 months or 2 years or whatever. So I played it for that time period. I, like, tried to blitz through everything that I could. And then once I'd done all of that, I just stopped playing it because there was no new content. And then, yeah, my subscription ran out, and I just never went back to it. But it was okay. Gonna be honest, I don't remember anything about the story at all in it. I know they've added a lot of content since then. I know they added, like, parts of Final Fantasy XII in it, which is really heckin' cool. And, like, they added new, like, mechanics and stuff, and I don't know, there's just a lot to it, and I can't be bothered to get back into it, to be honest. There's too much there. Moved, who on earth said you could leave the vault? Hey, Heinmac, how's it going? It's good to see you. But yeah, I moved house. I now live in an apartment on my own, so I can stream whenever the hell I want to. Yay! And yeah, I've just missed streaming so much, so I wanted to do a just chatting stream as my first one back, just to catch up with everyone, because I missed everyone, and I also forgot how to stream. But we'll be getting to gameplay stuff probably next week. I might do one more stream this week, because I do have a couple more days where I could potentially stream. But as I said, I've got a lot of other things that I want to work on this week as well. So we'll see. But next week, I will get back to gameplay streams. I just need to figure out an actual reliable schedule for it. I have an idea, but I don't want to put up a schedule and then immediately not stick to it. So for now, streams will just be as and when I can do them. But I'm going to try to get a reliable schedule, like, as soon as I know what it could be. Koreana Boat, welcome. First time chatter. Ooh, exciting. I always love when first time chatters turn up on a just chatting stream because I'm like, I don't do these very often. I normally play video games. And like, I always worry that my just chatting streams are really boring because I don't really like just chatting streams. Like, I watch people who play games. So I'm like, why would anyone find just chatting streams interesting? Like, I don't know. So I always worry that whenever I do these, it's just me rambling towards my camera and people are just like, yeah, we don't really care. So it's always nice, one, when people are actually here for these streams, and two, when there's new people here for these streams. But yeah, I normally play video games. But because I've been away for a bit, because I had a lot of work stuff going on, I had a few personal things going on as well. Obviously, as I just said, I moved house, and then obviously I had Christmas and New Year right after I moved house. So I had a lot of stuff going on that kept me from streaming for a bit. So this is my first stream back, and I just wanted to word vomit to people for a bit without getting distracted by a game. Sometimes my mother dressed me up for school in a raincoat with shark tooth buttons. That sounds really cool. Oh, I like that. I want to see said raincoat. No game series you might like if you haven't already. It's Ace Attorney series. I've heard of Ace Attorney, but I've never played any of them. I don't know if they're my cup of tea, to be honest. I'm not sure. Like, nothing sort of really made them stand out to me. Like, I understand why other people like them, but I don't know if I would. I'm not sure. A gaming degree from Cambridge? No, I wish. I have a film and television degree from Lincoln. But yeah, no, I don't have a gaming degree. It'd be cool to have one, though. I did study some games during my degree, but my degree was mostly film and television. I have to bed. It's great seeing you back. Not a problem, Factors. Have an amazing night. Take care, and I hope to see you back whenever the hell I stream again. But I'm so happy that so many people have turned out for this stream, because I just wanted to waffle on for a bit and see if anyone remembered me. And I'm glad that you all do. They're good to stream as they're very story heavy, but they have a charm to it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because, like, I can understand why other people really like the Ace Attorney games. I just don't know if I would. In an undisclosed location with MI6 credentials, you've been warned. Yep, that is where I live now. Somewhere where MI6 will execute anyone who finds out where it is that I live. I can act new if you like. No, I'd rather you didn't. I like having people that do recognize me here too. I appreciate everybody that's here. Look who's back. Who's back, Athal? Who is it? Where? What? It's good to see you too. I am indeed back again. Boda Mason Man, good to see you as well. Like I said, I've been away for like 4 months dealing with life shit. But yeah, I got broadband installed yesterday. So, like, I could have potentially streamed a couple of days while I've been here, because I didn't have work and I didn't have to travel to see people. I didn't have other projects to do, but I just didn't have broadband set up. So now that I do, I'm like, hell yeah, I've got a day off today. Let's do a little bit of streaming, you know, do some other work first, do a bit of streaming to be like, hey, I am still alive. Please don't let my channel die. And then we'll talk about the stuff that I want to stream, which we kind of did, but kind of didn't. I talked about a few ideas of things that I want to stream, but I have so many other games on my PS5 library that I want to play. And I just need to sort out which ones I want to stream and which ones I don't. So we didn't do that, but I feel like that would take a very long time to do all of that, and I do need to go soon, because I do actually have some actual work that I need to do as well. So I might wrap things up here probably by 10 o'clock at the latest, just so I have a couple of hours to get all that done before I go to sleep. So yeah, we won't go through like all the games in my library, but I've given a few that I might stream. There's a few from like other streams that I've mentioned that I want to do as well, like Wolf Among Us, Detroit, I need to do the Horizon and God of War sequels, because I haven't done either of those yet. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Community. Love to have sesty presents this evening. I need to do the SpongeBob Rehydrated, because I played the original, not the remastered one, and the new one as well, Cosmic Shake. What else? Medieval, I wanted to stream that. Dark Chronicle I wanted to stream. As I said, Ratchet and Clanks 2 and 3. Sly Games. There's so many. I can't even remember them all, but I know if I look at my library, I'll be like, oh yeah, all of these ones. So basically we have content. We have so many games that will be streamed eventually, now that I actually can stream again. It's just organising them all into which ones I want to stream and when. But we have stuff to work on. The catatonic watching you just chatting stream, it's so good. All I can do is voice to text, can't move fingers. Well, I'm really happy to have you here. It's lovely to have new people coming to join in. So I really appreciate it. You have to go to sleep now. See you soon then. Thank you so much for stopping by, Bode. I really do appreciate you. Just wanted to say hi, just to let me know that you are still here. And yeah, I do appreciate you, like, remembering me, because I always get worried when I go away for a bit that no one will be here. So it means a lot that you just wanted to say hi, even like super quickly as like a flyby visit. And I do hope to catch you again soon. As I said, I might try to do some earlier streams now that obviously I have my own place, so I don't have to work my schedule around other people's schedules. So I might try and do some like afternoon into evening streams. It would just be a case of I'd need to have like a dinner break at some point during those longer streams. But I might start doing those now that I have the potential to do so. So we might bring in a new audience earlier on in the day, and it might also be a little bit more accessible for the people that just have to do flyby visits for now because of time zones. So we'll see how that works out. Also, thank you for the other follow there from Korean About. Welcome to the community treat. It's lovely to have sesty presents this evening. I do appreciate it. Have you heard or watched British film director Peter Greenaway? I've heard the name. I don't know if I've watched anything by him, but I've heard the name. Oh, blimey, there's an ad break. Oh no. I keep forgetting about the ads. Well, while that ad break is running, I will take a short little break as well for anyone that isn't subscribed, so they don't miss anything that I waffle on about. And also, I am going to refill my drink and have a little stretch because my legs are starting to fall asleep. So I will be back when the ad break is over. So I'll catch you then. Hello, I'm back. I lied. I couldn't be bothered to wait for the ad break. I'm too impatient. I don't care. And like, the ad breaks are weird because they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna last for 3 minutes, but most people don't have 3 minutes of ads. It's very bizarre. And like, there are a lot of channels that like I'm not even subscribed to, and they say they're running ads, and then I don't have any ads. It's very weird. Or like there are times where I'm like, oh, there's 3 minutes of ads, get ready guys, and then people are like, yeah, I had one 8-second ad. I'm like, cool. So I don't know if there were ads. I don't know if anyone got hit by them. I don't know if they're delayed ads, because sometimes they're delayed, which is what just ads just don't work. I don't understand them. I don't care. It's fine. But there were ads at some point, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. I don't care. When you want to give you a French name, lemon is a French name. Lemon is a fruit. I don't know. I mean, my first name is Latin, and Letitia means joy. Ironically, for someone who is so cynical and sarcastic and pessimistic, but it also is very fitting because I work in entertainment. But yeah, Letitia is Latin. And then lemon... Is lemon French? I actually don't know if lemon is French. Let me have a look. And to be fair, if it's my last name, then my mother didn't give it to me, my father gave it to me. Lemon name origin. Is it French? Am I French? Bonjour. No, it's not. It's not French. It's proper British, innit? Yeah, it's just British. So I don't know what part of me is French, but it's neither of my first or last names. Letitia, no, Letitia is Latin, it's not French. Like, there are, like, French variations of my name. When I was working in the Caribbean, I actually met a French woman called Letitia, and she was absolutely lovely. There's also, like, Spanish and Italian versions of Letitia. But no, it's originally Latin. Have you ever heard of Fallout 76? I hear that game is a blast. We were talking about this earlier, Heinmac. I need to get back into 76, because obviously they've added a lot of content since the last time I played it. But I don't know if my version of the game is still broken. So I need to actually load it up and try it out at some point, just to see if it does actually work now. Because for ages it didn't, and I couldn't play the game at all. So I need to actually see if it works before I stream that again. Because I miss 76. I miss just like squadding up with everyone and like doing other fun stuff. And like building camps and stuff. So I don't know. I want to get back into 76. It's just a case of if it works or not. And when I would stream it. Because like a lot of people that stream 76 like go hard on 76. Like they're like, 76 is my main thing, and then I may do other things every so often. Whereas for me, 76 would probably be like a casual thing. So I feel like it won't have the same reach as it did when I was just a Fallout creator and only did 4 and 76. Because when I only did 4 and 76, both of them did very well numerics wise. But I don't know if I want to stream 76 casually. I might do, because like, as I said, I'm not making content creation like my main thing this year. But it is something I want to put more time and attention into again, like I used to back in the COVID times when the world shut down. But it is something I'm trying to be a bit more mindful of. So like I will be looking at metrics a little bit more, seeing what works and what doesn't. But also I do just want to play a lot of games that I enjoy and that I think would make good content. And like I do enjoy 76, but it just doesn't feel like something I could play as much as I used to. Like I would want to do all the new content. Like I want to finish the new story quests that I haven't done yet. Because like I like doing story stuff. I want to know what's going on there. And, like, I want to try the raids because it's something new and exciting. And, like, trying out some of the new, like, legendary things. But I don't think I could just play it all the time. Like, doing the same endgame grinds over and over again just for the hopes of like 1 or 2 new rewards. Like I can't do that over and over again anymore. Same with like all the school board stuff. Ever since I missed like the first school boards, like not the very first ones, but like the first school board that I missed, I've just not had an interest in grinding that out anymore. I don't care. Your last ad break, my ad started after your ad alert ended. See, the ads just make no sense. I don't know if it's a case of I need to actually set them up on a specific timer, because I don't have them set up on a specific timer. So I might try and do that so it's a little bit more reliable. I don't know. But ads have just never worked properly for me anyway, so I don't care. I know a lot of people have problems with them anyway, but mine have never worked properly. So I don't care. They just run when they want to run, I guess, which is meant to be roughly 3 minutes an hour, give or take. I don't know. Can I pick 3 random commenters and stream a dating game with them? I don't know how I'd feel about that. I feel like that would be weird. Because, like, I'm not into dating right now, because I have a very complicated romantic life that is none of anybody's business. And, like, just dating should be an in-person thing. That's my opinion. Like, dating apps are terrible, and they're dangerous, and there is a lot more toxicity and terrible people on them that put you at such a risk of so many things. And like, how can you form a meaningful connection with someone that you don't actually get to physically be with? Like, okay, when a long distance relationship works, more power to you, you fucking made it work. Or like, if you meet someone on a dating app and they're actually genuine and are not a piece of shit, then great. But like, for me, it's just not how I date. I want in-person dating. I don't trust people online. I don't trust dating apps. I can't form a connection with someone that I don't actually get to see in person. I had a long distance relationship once with someone that was online, and that person is still important to me to this day, but just it didn't work because of the distance. It really didn't, and I can't do that. It's just not my thing. And that's all I'll say on that. Because I don't want to go into my personal life on stream, because no one needs to know any of that. But that's just my thoughts on it. Like, I've seen a couple of other people say they do, like, dating shows on Twitch and stuff, and it's interesting, but I'm also kind of like, it's not my vibe. No. Too many weird, crazy, scary, dangerous, creepy people on the internet. Not my thing. Chicken Booty! Oh my god! It's good to see you again, too! I am alive. I'm back. Hi. Hey. Yeah. I moved house and I got broadband, so I can stream again, and I can stream when I want to and not around other people's schedules, so yay! But yeah, I do have a lot of other stuff that I'm working on as well this year, especially this month, so I don't know what my schedule will be like yet, but I am back, I'll be playing games, and it'll be like nothing ever happened. But it's so good to be back again. Like, I've missed being here so much. I really have. Haven't touched Fallout 76 in over 8 months. I don't even remember the last time I played 76. When was it? It was a long ass time ago. But I do want to have a look at the new content on it. If the game works, of course, because I don't know if it will. Oh no, sorry, Korea, I just had to look at the deleted message. It's because it had the F word in it. My Nightbot censors the F word. Um, but that is a very sweet message though, and I really appreciate it. Just yeah, Nightbot doesn't like the F word. But thank you so much. That is very very kind of you, and I really appreciate it. Especially because like you found me like tonight, like you are brand new in my chat, and you are saying very nice things, and I appreciate it. So I went to single night last year and I felt out of place because everyone had great jobs. I work in retail. Yeah, I understand that. Like when I tell people that I'm like an actor and it just feels like such a slap in the face where it's like they go, "Oh, you're an actor, so what have I seen you in then?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not an A-list celebrity actor." And then it just makes me feel like I'm doing a shit job in my career. You know? So I feel that. I feel that. But yeah, I don't know. Like at the moment, my love life is. I'm not going to go too much into it because, as I said, I like to keep my love life out of streams because a lot of my personal shit, some random strangers on the internet don't need to know about. But at the moment, it's something that I'm being more mindful of this year, for my own mental health sake. Um, there is someone. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna finish that. It's very complicated, and I'm not going into detail. Let's change the topic, or I'm gonna cry. I'm not. I'm not gonna go into that. Let's talk about games again. Games are cool, right? Is there a British bot? Can I say CUNT? I think I have that blacklisted as well. I'm pretty sure I do. What do I have blacklisted on Nightbot? I can't be bothered to look, I'm too lazy. God made me randomly click this channel to answer the qualms of your turbulent love life. But what about games though? Games are fun, yeah? And gains, because I'm finally back in the gym again, so your girl is getting swole. And yeah, that's made me happy. I did benching today for the first time in like 3 weeks. And I was like, oh damn, heavy bar go up. And it made me so happy. Because like, I signed up for a new gym basically as soon as I moved here. But I haven't really had time to go. I went like once just after Christmas. But now that I've got things a bit more settled and I've kind of got a daily routine now, I can get back to the gym. Because I was so worried that not going to the gym and then, you know, Christmas being a time where no one eats healthy. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get really fat and weak and disgusting again, which is not how that works. It's not gonna happen in like a 3 week period. That's not physically possible. But that's what my brain felt like. So when I went to the gym today and I lifted heavy, I was pretty proud that I hadn't lost too much of my strength. So that made me really happy. And I'm glad that I can actually like go back and like get a proper routine going again. So yeah. Like I just went there and I saw the bench was free and I was like, hey, how's it going? Let's spend some quality time together. And yeah, then I went to lift and it made me happy. So gains and games. That's all that's on my mind right now. Gains and games. Well, let's play games as well, just not video games. No, we only play video games here. That's all that I care about. Because they will be back on my channel either later this week or sometime next week when I figure out what the hell I'm doing with my life. Because I need to finish Baldur's Gate 3 and I need to finish Skyrim, and it will happen, goddammit. Eventually. I'll go to the gym. I'm scared people will record me, so I'm staring at them for the clout. I hate people like that. Like, the only time I will record at the gym is, like, if I'm checking my form, or, like, if I want to post something on social media that I'm proud of achieving. Like, I don't record everything I do at every session because I don't want to be, like, a gym influencer. Like, I just record my progress just to show off my progress to people, you know? Um, I want to be proud of the muscles that I have. No, I'm not going to flex right now because it's really cold. And I need this hoodie to keep me warm. I'm too cold without it. But I like having muscles, and I like showing that off. I don't record shit just to be like, oh look, I'm so healthy. I go to the gym all the time, and I wear all this ridiculously expensive gym gear, and do my full face of makeup just to take these really elaborate pictures of me maybe doing a single rep of a single exercise that I'll never do again. Like, I don't care. And, like, I'm not a personal trainer, so I don't make, like, guides on how to get swole. I just like showing off the progress that I am personally making when I go to the gym. But again, I don't record every session because I don't care. There's just occasionally where I'm like, oh, I haven't seen the progress for this for a bit, let's have a little look. Or, like, as I said, if I want to check my form for something. You know, like, especially with benching, you got to check your form. And same with squats. Birthday and Christmas days where there's no diet. In the US, that also includes Halloween for kids and maybe Thanksgiving. Valid. Absolutely valid. But yeah, like, Christmas I just ate so unhealthily. And not going to the gym on top of that made me feel, like, really shitty. Because, like, I was going to say last year. You know what I mean? Like, the year before last. That Christmas, I still went to the gym while doing all the Christmas stuff. But obviously this year, because I moved, I didn't have time to. Because I had to do all the travelling back and forth for Christmas. I had to get everything set up here because I literally moved here a week before Christmas, so I had nothing. So I had to focus on all of that first. So I hadn't been to the gym for so long. And I was just like, this doesn't feel good. But I feel much better now that I've been to the gym again. Like, I haven't lost any of my strength. I, to be honest, haven't been on a scale, but I'd like to hope I haven't gained much weight, if any at all. Because I actually have a pretty good metabolism. I don't gain weight very easily. But, like, I don't lose it very easily either. Like, I'm not, like, anorexic or anything. But, like, I have a pretty solid metabolism that it does its job. My weight stays pretty consistent. Like, it barely fluctuates unless I actively do something like, you know, do more cardio at the gym and eat less with the intent on losing weight. Like, if I want it to happen, I'll make it happen. If I want to gain weight, I'll make it happen. If I want to lose weight, I'll make it happen. But if I don't actively choose to do either of those things, my weight barely changes. So I'm quite lucky in that regard. But yeah, I don't know. I doubt I would have gained much over Christmas anyway. But as I said, because I'm going back to the gym again, I can work it off easily. Because, like, it'll be a case of, like, I do gym in the mornings and then I do streaming in the evenings. But as I said, because I live on my own now, I might start doing some earlier streams on my days off. Like, if I don't have other projects I need to work on, if I'm not going to an event or going to see people, I might do, like, some afternoon into evening streams. Do sort of, like, 6, 7 or 8 hour streams instead of the 3 or 4 hours I normally do. We'll see. I'll figure it out as and when. As I said, everything is still very work in progress right now. Say rigorously round in a theatrical British accent, make sure to roll your R's. I actually can't roll my R's, which is terrible. As an actor, I cannot roll my R's. Like, I don't know how. My brain, like, overthinks it to the point where I just hesitate whenever I try to. I can't roll my R's. When I was learning French at school, they were like, oh, try and roll your R's. And I was like, no. So I don't know how to do it. Perfect couple game is It Takes Two. About a divorced couple. Actually, don't play that as a couple. No, I know about It Takes Two. It looks like a really fun game. I was tempted to play that with one of my best friends. But I watched two like amazing YouTubers play through it recently. And it looked really fun. Like, I've seen clips of it before from like other people playing it, but like I watched them do a whole playthrough of it, and I was like, yeah, this looks really enjoyable, but I can see why people would get divorced over it. I'm down to have Letitia to be my future ex-wife. See, but like the thing about my mindset is that I date to marry, which is, it shouldn't set the standards for certain people to like obligatorily follow, but like I'm not someone that would just like mess around with people just because I want some fun, or like, oh, I don't want to be lonely for a bit, or like just to entertain someone else's whimsy. It's like I need to have that emotional connection with someone to want to date them. So maybe not date to marry. I feel like date to marry might be the wrong term there, because like I don't have to get married to be happy, but it's like I want a meaningful connection with someone, you know? And it's like I'd want that person to be my person. I wouldn't ever want to like divorce someone. Like I wouldn't ever want something to end unless they were actually like a horrible person to me. So that's kind of like one of my downfalls, really. I'm too forgiving. We're not going to go into details again. I realised I was starting to potentially stray into stuff that I shouldn't talk about. Well, I can talk about it online, but in terms of how secretive I am about my personal life, I shouldn't. But yeah, I am normally a fairly forgiving person unless I know that person does not deserve forgiveness, kind of thing. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that, because yeah, I don't want to go into detail. Because like people who have been here for a while know that there are certain parts about my life that I would never divulge to a bunch of strangers on the internet, because that's just weird. And like, you don't need to know every aspect of my life. Like, why would I tell people that? You know? I just found now going to the gym. I've been before, but I mostly do cardio, so I improve my stamina. That's, yeah, fair enough. I started doing a lot of cardio when I first started training at the gym, because I did want to go to lose weight. Like, I was never overweight. I was never fat or anything. It's just that I wasn't in shape enough. Like, I didn't have any muscle mass. It was just like, you know, I had skin and bones and like a little bit of muscle and body fat, but like it wasn't in the right proportions. Like I was always a healthy weight and a healthy size. It was just I wanted to tidy it up a bit and like tone up a bit, because now I like being able to have muscles to flex. Like I like flexing and seeing something happen, whereas before I'd flex and nothing would happen because my muscles were non-existent. But yeah, I initially started going, I say initially, when I first started training, it was to lose weight, but it wasn't even to lose like that much weight. I think my goal at the time was to lose like 5 kg max. It's like not even that much. It was just to lose a little bit of weight and then to build up the muscle from there. Because obviously the less body fat you have, the more prominent your muscles will be. So I thought, okay, I'll trim the fat first and then tone up the muscles. Because I knew if I went straight into strength training, well, first of all, I had no strength to train. And second of all, the results wouldn't have been as prominent because there was more body fat there. But even then, like, obviously it took a while for results to show, because that's just how the human body in general works. But having that little bit less body fat made the results easier to see, and just made me feel healthier in general, because I'm like, okay, I've lost a little bit of weight, I feel good about myself now. Because yeah, I as I said, I was never fat, I was never overweight, but I just felt better losing that little bit. It was really nice. I gained 5 pounds, time to hit the gym every day for 4 hours a day. Um, I mean, I would normally spend about 2 hours in the gym. I would normally do like about half an hour cardio to warm up, and then the other hour and a half of whatever muscle groups I'm training that day. Um, but yeah, I'm normally in the gym about 2 hours for a session when I go there. Like, it started off as like an hour session, then it went up to 2 hours. And then it's just stuck as 2 hours for the past well over a year at this point. I've been going to the gym with the intent on training for like almost 2 years now. Because I went to the gym when I was in the Caribbean as mostly like a stress reliever after work. But ever since I started going with the intent to train and get stronger, most of it has been like 2 hours a day. What's easiest to do, a rep in the gym or modeling? Gym. Gym is easier because modeling you need to have the self-confidence to do it. Like, sure, it's easy to do once you have the confidence, but if you don't have the confidence, it's really fucking difficult. Because you just start psyching yourself out all the time. Whereas at the gym, there's so many different exercises that you can do. If there's one that you're scared of or know you can't do it, there'll be something else that you can do. But in general, I find both very easy to do. So, I don't know. It's a very tricky question to answer, to be honest. Like when Letitia parked her car up a tree, she refuses to talk about that. Yeah, especially because I don't know how to drive and I don't have a car. So that's why I refuse to talk about it. Because there may be some legal issues regarding that. For clarity, though, I legitimately have never done that. I do not drive. I do not own a car. I have never driven a car, and I do not intend to. Just before anyone gets any ideas. Tisha squats 500 pounds, 8 sets, gonna get Nicki Minaj booty. My squats are actually not that good because of my weird body proportions. In that my upper leg, like my femurs are too long for the rest of my body, so it throws off my center of balance. So squats are really difficult for me. And also I had a lot of problems with my legs when I first started training, so I sort of had to build them up a lot more than my upper body. So my squats are actually not that good. But I can leg press 200 kg, which is 430 pounds for you Americans. And I can do like adductors and abductors at like 80 kg, which is like thigh squeezing stuff. So parts of my legs are strong, just squats I struggle with. But I love benching. Benching is fun. I've benched 45 kg, which is almost 100 pounds. So I feel pretty good about that. I didn't do 45 today because I'm like, I will die. Because I've not benched in a while. But I did 35 today, and I felt pretty proud of that because I was worried that I wouldn't even be able to do that. Because like 45 is like my 1 rep max. But I was like, if I can do a set at 35, then I'll be happy. And I did a set, so I felt good. And I did like other upper stuff today. I'm gonna do some legs tomorrow. Because as I said, like January is just a dead month for entertainment, so I actually have another like day off work tomorrow. But I have a few like personal things that I need to work on tomorrow, so I I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. It depends on how much other work I get done. I'm gonna hit the gym in the morning, do some leg stuff, come back here, do some work stuff, and then maybe stream in the evening. We'll see. And if I do stream, then obviously it will be Baldur's Gate 3 because I just need to get that game done. And I'll figure out what other games to have in the rotation as and when. Sounds like I could barely do 1 hour. Oh yeah, no, when I hyperfixate, I hyperfixate. Stretch then hit the treadmill for 30 minutes and 15 on the cycle, then I'm out. Try to aim for 300 to 400 calories, which sounds like nothing, but it's something to me as I'm not a gym. No, hell yeah. Like, when I did intense cardio sessions, I would probably burn like 1,200 calories on my cardio sessions, which is funny because like my diet is actually terrible. Like A woman on average needs about 2,000 calories a day. I would be eating like half of that. I'd be eating about 1,100 calories a day. And when I had my personal trainer back at my old gym, he was like, I don't know how you survived on having so few calories a day. And I'm like, I don't know, I guess I just have so much natural energy that it just keeps me going. But yeah, essentially, on my cardio days, I would be burning off an entire day's worth of calories, which is how losing the weight became so quick for me. Like, I lost the 5 kg that I wanted to lose in like a month because I would just commit to the cardio and I would be burning off entire days worth of calories in like an hour, which definitely was not healthy. And eating so few calories is also not healthy. Make sure you eat your correct amount of calories, guys. Because yeah, like I could function on that 1,100 a day, but I probably shouldn't have. Because like, yeah, I do have a lot of natural energy anyway, but it's like once that energy is burnt out, like I am a zombie. So it's like I would go to work, do my entertainment thing with all my pizzazz and charm, and then as soon as I get home, I'd be like, okay, bedtime, no one talk to me or converse with me at all. And it was just really bad. So yeah, make sure you eat your correct amount of calories. And if you're going to the gym, then make sure you are balancing your workouts with your calorie intakes and your protein intake. If you're going to the gym to get muscle, have protein and creatine. Those are good for you. Because I'm building muscle, I'm having a lot of both. But yeah, I'm just happy that I can get back into the gym and I can get back to streaming as well. Like, things are starting to come together now. Like, I've started to find my routine here. I've started to settle in. It's feeling like home, and it's feeling like I've got things figured out. So it's really nice. And I think doing this as my first stream back has really helped a lot. What's the current amount? The current amount of what? I said so many things in the past few minutes. I don't remember what it's in reference to. See, that's how much I like the gym. I just waffle on about it. Like, gym and games are the only things that are on my mind. But it's nice feeling settled in now. Like, I'm like, I have a gym that I can go to. I have days that I can stream, and I can stream for longer to make more content. I have ideas for new content that I want to do. What's kind of amount of calories? I've actually not been calorie counting recently because, like, ever since my personal trainer started to fix those initial issues with me, I just tried to get all the numbers out my brain. So I don't calorie count much anymore because I knew I would hyperfixate on it and then it would become more of a curse than a blessing. What's the right calorie amount I meant? So yeah, for women it's 2,000 a day, which I was just not achieving at all, like ever. Like, I would have to go out of my way to get the 2,000. It was tough. But yeah, I try not to calorie count anymore. Just like, now that I know how to train in the way that I want to train, I know how to balance my food intake with my working out in a way that I'm not fixating too much on either of them. Like, it's a good balance that I have, because obviously everyone works differently, everyone thinks differently, and everyone's bodies function differently too. So it's a case of just figuring out what works for you and your body. Like, that's the thing with working out and with like any sort of diets or anything that you do, you need to listen to your body. And once I learned how to do that, I figured out how to make things work for me. And I'm really happy with that now, because like, when I first started streaming, I would stream for hours and hours with no breaks whatsoever, and it was really bad for me. But now, I do take breaks every so often to look after myself. Case in point, I had a couple of breaks tonight, and I've only been streaming for 2.5 hours. But I will be wrapping up very shortly, because as I said, I do have a few things I need to get done tonight. But yeah, like, you just gotta look after yourself, really. You want a monthly program or pay as you go for the gym? I am monthly, because pay as you go is just super expensive. As I said, I did used to have a personal trainer at my old gym, but at this new one, because obviously I don't know anyone, I don't feel comfortable having a trainer right now while I'm still getting back into things. And like, I think I've learned the things that I've needed to learn now. Like, I feel like a personal trainer won't help me much anymore. Like, I'm very good at learning and then adapting from it. I'm a quick learner. So like I've learned all the things that I need to learn. So I like learning the science behind it all as well, like the how and the why behind all of the exercises. So now that I know all of that, I think I don't really need a trainer anymore. So I think I'm happy not having one while I work out here. But having one at the start really helped me to get to where I am now. So yeah, obviously not everyone can afford a personal trainer, which is totally fine because they are expensive, but you know, it's their job, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But it really helped me while I figured all of that stuff out. So yeah, I'm just happy to get back into the gym now. And just balancing that with my work stuff and streaming and just some other things that I want to work on this year as well. Like, I have so many things that I want to do in 2025, and it's just actually getting them started that I need to focus on now. Because yeah, now that I've got the streams back up again, I can do that on my days off. I can do the gym stuff in the mornings. I can do all my voiceover stuff literally as and when. And then go to all the events and stuff in between. So yeah, just I'm really happy that things are better now and that I've actually done this first stream, because I was so scared about coming back to streaming, and I'm so happy that I've done it now. So there's definitely going to be a lot more streams now that I've just sort of gotten back into it. As I said, I think my next stream might be later on this week. I'm not sure, because I might still have some time later on in the week, depending on how easily I progress in the other things that I'm working on. But if not, probably Sunday or Monday might be the next one, because those are normally my guaranteed days off from work. So if there isn't one on another weekday this week, it'll either be Sunday or Monday next week. And then I'll figure out an actual schedule once I figure out other things that are going on, once the chaos and unpredictability of January in the entertainment industry all dies down a bit, because January is a horrible month for actors. I hate it. But once that's all sorted out, then I'll be able to have a more reliable schedule. But at the moment, it'll just be a case of I'll stream when I can for however long I can. But the point is, the streams are back, and the gameplay will be back next time as well. I really don't like doing just chatting streams, but I just wanted to catch up with everyone because it's been so bloody long. But the gameplay will be back next time with some BG3, because I need to actually get that finished. You know, it's a quiet period in retail because no one comes after Christmas rush, because everyone's poor from spending all their money on Christmas presents. I see you online again. It'll be nice to actually be back. But yeah, I'm actually looking for someone to raid right now, because I've been away for so long that a lot of the people who I know from streaming either don't stream anymore or they stream at different times, which is great. I love it. Here's any bad because it's half term. It's also my birthday in February, so you know, pretty solid month. I if I do say so myself. Who should we go raid? Do you know what? To stick on the trend of all the Bethesda stuff I was talking about earlier, because I love Bethesda so much, we're gonna go raid a Bethesda person. We are going to go and raid my lovely, wonderful, amazing friend who does a lot of Bethesda stuff. We're going to go and raid Juve. So hop in on the raid, everybody, because I am ending now because I know I need to get work done. And if I don't end now, then I'm not going to end at all, because words and ADHD. I'm terrible with it. But we are going to go raid now so I can actually be a productive adult and get work done. But it's been so lovely being back streaming again because I've missed it so goddamn much. I've missed playing video games as well. My PS5 has been like crying on the shelf here, not being played. But we're getting back into it. The community will grow again. 2025 is the year. All the chaos of 2024 is done now. We can start this year, make progress, and it's gonna be fantastic. So have a wonderful rest of your night, everybody. Take care, and I will see you all, as I said, whenever the hell I do the next stream. I don't know. It'll be at some point. But take care, everybody. Have an amazing night. Goodbye.